Yo, what's up y'all? Dylan Worth here, coming at you today with a quick video on how to avoid the dangers of sitting. Yes, sitting. If you're like me, you've been doing a lot more sitting since mid-March when all this lockdown, quarantine stuff happened, and I'm really starting to feel the effects of that. So I've been doing this little stretch and mobilization routine in the mornings for the past couple weeks, and I've definitely seen some major improvements. So I want to throw a quick video together to help anyone who's in the same boat as me. Been doing a lot more Zoom meetings for classes, sessions with clients, and then on top of that, if you're spending all day in front of a computer screen and then a few more hours in front of a TV, you're just going to compound the issue. Some of the common postural effects we see from sitting are: one, forward head posture. Basically self-explanatory. Your head is not sitting on top of your vertebral column, it's migrated forward. Number two would be an increased thoracic kyphosis. So top part of your spine is the cervical spine, midsection is your thoracic spine. Its natural curve is kyphotic, but when you're hunched over in front of a screen, you start to increase that curve over time. Number three, when you're slouched in the chair, your pelvis isn't pressed against the back of the chair in good alignment. What's going to happen is it's going to start tilting posteriorly or backwards, and then in turn that's going to flatten your lumbar spine as well. If you look right here, the green marker shows a normal spine curvature, and it's basically straight up and down with its natural curves. Right here we've got the cervical spine, and then you see the thoracic kyphosis and lumbar lordosis. The normal curvature for those two should be 30 to 35 degrees. And then you've got the pelvis right here in a nice neutral alignment, 0 degrees. When you do a lot of sitting, you're gonna see your spine do what we see with the red marker. And basically, the cervical spine is more straight, so your head's migrated forward. Right here is the most drastic damaging effects, and your thoracic spine, you'll see a huge increased curvature. If you look closely, the pelvis is tilted backwards, which is again going to flatten your low back. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 stretches and mobilizations that you could do to really help with the effects that we see from prolonged sitting. Alright, so the first stretch we're going to do is for the back of the neck, also known as your neck extensors. They attach at the base of the skull to C6 and C7. And what you're going to want to do for this one is sit or stand up straight. Take one hand, put the webby between your thumb and finger on the base of your chin. Put the other hand behind your head at the base of the skull. And you're going to take a deep breath. Let your head fall towards your chest. Put light pressure with the front hand. And hold for 10 seconds. And then release. You don't want to go longer than 10 seconds with this one because the muscle spindles in the neck area are much smaller and they can't handle a prolonged stretch like your larger muscles can. Second stretch we're going to do involves a Swiss ball. You can't see it, but I'm sitting on one right now. This one's going to be great for the forward head posture and thoracic kyphosis I mentioned. And you're basically going to sit on top of the Swiss ball, roll down until you're laying on it. Once you're at the base of it, just stretch backwards and just let go for up to 30 seconds to a minute. What I like to do is make sure my pelvis is touching the Swiss ball and then lean back until my head starts touching it and just let the arms go. Feels better already. And if you got long hair like me, you might need a hair tie. Alright, the next one we're going to do is called the Mackenzie press up. This one's great for that thoracic kyphosis and the flat back posture that I was talking about. So you're going to want to get a yoga mat or be on a clean floor for this one. We're going to start laying in a prone position, face down. You might need to remove your glasses. Start with your hands placed directly beneath your shoulders. Put your forehead to the mat. And then essentially what we're going to do, inhale and press up. Hold for about 5 seconds. And then back down. You want to make sure that you keep the pelvis on the floor so that you're only stretching your spine. And you can repeat that 10 times. And each one of these stretches you could do 3 sets. Next one we have, you could do it laying down or on a foam roller or standing up. I like to do it on a foam roller. It's called the Lewitt technique. And it's really good so we could refacilitate the thoracic spine, get it mobilized after we stretched it a few times. You're gonna lay down. You're gonna have both arms out. And then you're gonna inhale. Take a deep inhale. Then as you exhale, you're going to look towards one of your hands. I'll start with my left. And whichever hand you look towards, you're going to face the thumb upwards and the other one down. Then you're going to inhale back to center. Exhale, look the other way. It's really good for mobilizing the lower cervical and the upper thoracic spine, especially after you've stretched it. You want to start refacilitating the mobilization in there. And then the last one we're going to do, it's nice and easy, one of my favorites. You're going to take a towel, roll it up, and it's going to be called the lumbar towel lay. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You could use a 4-inch foam roller. Unfortunately, I only have a 6-inch, so that would be way too much on the low back. You'd instead of a flat back, you'd start feeling a lordosis. And you're just gonna lay down, roll it to one side. You're gonna place the towel directly opposite from your belly button, and then roll back onto it. Adjust it as needed. And then just lay here. You can do some holotropic breathing exercises, take a nap, meditate. Depending on how much time I have, I'll either do this for a minimum of 5 minutes, or all the way up to 15 minutes. And obviously this is to help correct the flat back syndrome. I fall asleep. And I'll do a little bit more than that for my morning routine, but that's all I can really show you without first doing a comprehensive posture assessment, mobility assessment, breathing assessment. If you think you or anyone you know might need one, click the link in the description to see what I have to offer on my website, or you could contact me, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and we could get you feeling good.